Welcome to the Wirepass Vlog. In today's episode, we will meet one of Wirepass partners and learn who they are and what they do. Today's partner is RedLore. We will be talking with RedLore's CEO, Nick Vanderdunk. Nick is a passionate and high-drive leader and entrepreneur with a natural affinity and ample experience in bringing novel technology-based solutions to market. Hi, Nick. Can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
So hi, I'm Nick van Deerdonk. I was born in Belgium. We moved to Canada 2 years ago, and that's where RedLore started. I'm the founder and CEO of RedLore. We're an IoT company based of Ottawa here in Canada, and we bring IoT solutions to our customers.
When did you start RedLore?
RedLore started in 2018. We started after we actually met our very first customer here in Ottawa, who was looking for an IoT solution and couldn't find the right solution on the market.
What's significant about RedLore? Tell us the one thing that we really need to understand about your company. What's important? What do you do at RedLore?
I started an IoT company when I was living back in Belgium in 2003. It was really back in the old days, and the term IoT didn't even exist yet. We were all talking about wireless sensor networks, and we were dreaming up all these nice applications in building automation, emergency lighting, automatic street lighting. And today we see that IoT is a much more mature market. However, there's still many applications that haven't been solved yet. In fact, there's many IoT applications that haven't even been invented yet. It's very much like the App Store for smartphones back in 2007, 2010, where you had a very limited set of applications, and most applications still had to be developed and invented. And after moving to Canada, I very much found that IoT was really at that stage where everything is possible, but it's very hard to actually get there and to develop an application and bring it to the market. So RedLore was started with the idea to make it very easy and very quick for companies to move from an initial idea, an IoT idea, to a product that is ready to be pushed onto the market. And what we found is that there was a need for an easy development process, a quick development process, to go from that initial concept to a market-ready product. So when we started in 2018, we started by developing a number of hardware building blocks that would make it very easy to be combined in an end solution. Hardware building blocks comprising of a communication system, various sensors, different batteries that can be combined, all to make a finished product that could be used to serve different applications. What we also saw at the moment what we also realized when we started RedLore was that there's a need for the application engineer or the data scientist who needs this data, who wants the IoT devices to capture this data, to make it very easy for this data scientist to implement his own algorithm within the sensor device. So that's why very early on we developed an engine that's running on the wireless device and that can take this algorithm from the data scientist and run that custom code on the device without the need to have a full-fledged engineering team translate the ideas and the algorithms from the data scientist into a computer program that can run on this sort of device.
And do you do all the research and development in-house?
Yes, so everything that we consider core, which is what I came to explain, the hardware, the low-level software, that's something that our engineers develop in-house. For other parts of the equation, like the gateway, we collaborate with other companies who we consider leaders in their field.
And how many products do you have? I see a few modules there. What are we looking at?
So what are we looking at? We have a family of what we call off-the-shelf products, such as the ones that you see here. And these products come in various variants with different sensors. There's one with an accelerometer, there's another one with temperature, humidity, there's another one with a light sensor and a microphone, and there's also devices that combine all of them. Now basically these standard products we use to bring the customer to a stage where he nails his application, where he knows where he wants to go to, and once that's been established, call it a proof of concept or a pilot project. Once that's done, we will customize a new product for our customer. For example, this is a customized product where we integrated exactly those sensors that were required to solve the customer's problem, where we integrate those sensors into a device that becomes a custom device for this one application.
Very good. And you have gateways as well?
So for the gateways, we partner with a number of companies that are major players in the gateway industry. We don't develop our own gateways because we think gateways is a major topic on itself. There's a lot moving in the gateway space. So we partner with these companies, we combine their gateways with our wireless sensors into a full solution.
Very good. So I guess this makes you pretty agile. You can get to market quickly?
Yeah, so one of our strengths is that we can bring a new product from concept to reality in 3 months. That's one of the strengths, and it's one of the things that we see where there's a lot of demand in the market and not really a ready-made solution. And we achieve that by having a very modular approach, both at the hardware level as well as at the level of the software that runs on the hardware.
And let's talk about how your customers would use these devices, your products. Give us an example of what they might use them for.
So one of our customers is in the industry of workplace occupancy detection. This is a device we build and we developed and manufacture for them. So what this does is it will measure, it will detect if there's a person sitting at a desk. And it does that by sitting underneath the desk and detecting through various sensors whether there's somebody there or not. Now, what's the added value here? Our customer sells these devices to facility managers of large corporate buildings, office spaces, where they really want to track at a very detailed level, at the level of the single workplace, whether it's been used, when it's been used, and in that way they're able to manage their facilities, they're able to grow the facilities when there is not enough room, when there's not enough seats, or they're able to sublet part of that when they have too much space. So basically they're able to optimize their cost structure by knowing how many people are where at what time.
Very good, interesting. So are you serving markets just here in Canada or in the United States or globally?
So our market is primarily North America, the USA and Canada, but we also have an extension to Europe.
Very good. And what partners do you work with? I understand you work with Wirepass. Maybe you can tell us about that.
Yeah, so very early on in the process of starting a company and building our core tech, we realized that we needed a very robust communication system, a communication system that was able to grow, to scale in large buildings, a communication system that also had inherent redundancy, because as we all know, our spaces indoors and outdoors change. A new wall gets put in, there's a new cabinet, perhaps metal cabinet there. So from a wireless perspective, things change all the time, And the worst thing that can happen is that you install a wireless network, it works at day one, but a few days later or a few months later it doesn't work because the structure has changed. So we were looking for a system that had some redundancy. We looked at various solutions, we tested various solutions, and in that process we discovered the solution from WirePass, which seemed to be a perfect match between what we were looking for and what it offered.
Very good. How's been the relationship with WirePass? Have you had a productive relationship? Do they help you succeed in your business?
So one of our requirements to WirePass early on was that we wanted to do a large-scale test of their network. From experience, we knew that networks usually work well in small installations, but they tend to fail once you grow to larger numbers. So one of our requirements was that we wanted to do a large-scale test, a 500 node network, a network comprising of 500 individual devices. We asked WirePass to support us in doing that test, which would basically give us the information that we needed to decide if we were going to go with WirePass on the long term. During that process, WirePass supported us on a day-to-day basis, really. We got to know a lot of people at WirePass, the individuals, which really was very efficient and helpful to get that early on large-scale test running. And one of the things I appreciated most with WirePass is that they're so responsive. We usually get answers within 24 hours or even shorter, 6 to 12 hours, whenever we had questions.
Very good. And I understand you've been developing some other tools like a portal tool. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so at RedLore we offer the sensor devices, the gateways to go with that, but we also offer a dashboarding platform. Because at the end of the day, what you're really interested in is not so much the devices, but it's the data and the insights that they generate. So we developed a dashboarding platform that can aggregate all that data from the sensors, collect all the data from the sensors, and process that data in a meaningful way and visualize that data in a meaningful way. It's what we call our RedBoard platform.
Very good. And if we look to the future for RedLore, what can we expect? Where do you see the company in 2 or 5 years from now?
So RedLore as a company, our mantra is really that we want to make it as easy as possible for the customer to get into IoT, to get new applications on the market. And when I say it has to be easy for the customer, I really mean it has to be fast, reliable, and it has to be at a reasonable cost. So if you look at our roadmap, it's really all about making it easier for our customer to do that. So in our future roadmap, we will keep on adding tools and features to our technology to make it possible for the customer to directly have an impact on the analytics running on this device, whether it is traditional analytics or machine learning. We're making it possible for our customer to really impact the device itself, download new programs on the device that make his algorithms more powerful.
Very good. And Nick, we're here at the end now. If I wanted to ask you what one strategic thought you wanted to have your customers or the viewers of this video to go away with, what would that be?
So the one strategic thought I'd like to share is that what we're really aiming for is to take away the complexity of IoT, take away the complexity for our customers such that our customers can focus just on the domain-specific knowledge. because that's the knowledge that they own, and that's the knowledge they want to translate into an IoT product, where we as RedLore, we take care of the communication, we take care of the security, and we give you all the tools in hand to develop massive IoT networks quickly and at a reasonable cost.
Very good. If people wanted to contact you, Nick, what number or email would they reach you at?
If you want to contact RedLore, go to redlore.com and you'll find all the contact information there.
Very good. And we'll put up a title, a key, so that they can see your information at the end of the video. Thank you very much, Nick. Appreciate your time today. And it's an interesting company you have here. I think there's a bright future for you.
Thanks very much, Michael.
To learn more, visit our website at wirepass.com or contact us at sales@wirepass.com. Thank you for joining us today.